My name's Tony.
What's up? What's happening?
What's your name?
It's Johnny. I'm just playing.
Steve, would you do me a favor? It would mean a lot to me. So would you apologize to my pastor friend for calling him a pervert? Would you do that? You know it was wrong. You don't have to make it a big deal or an announcement or anything, but he's right over there. You know, saying, hey, you look at porn, you know that was wrong.
He said I look at porn first, though.
No. He was speaking in generalities. He was talking about sins in general. He didn't point to you and say, Stephen, you look at porn. He doesn't know what you do.
Everybody look at porn.
He didn't. No. Well, he wasn't accusing anybody of looking at porn. He was naming sins. Stephen, you know it's wrong. You didn't say he didn't sin. Everybody sins. He didn't say he didn't sin. But well, then if you are a Christian, you offended a pastor and an elder brother by accusing him of looking at porn. So if you're going to pull the "I'm a Christian" card, I'm going to hold you to it. Then. Okay. Well, I'm going to hold you to it then, as a fellow Christian. You've sinned against your brother. You've sinned against an elder man of God. You've sinned against a pastor by accusing him of looking at porn.
I think everybody look at porn.
Now you're trying to justify it. It doesn't matter what you think. What you did was you accused a pastor of looking at porn.
I'm pretty sure he's seen porn before.
It doesn't matter what you think. He answered your question and he says he doesn't.
Okay.
All right? You accused him publicly, you professing to be a Christian, around people who are deniers of Christ. Stephen, you claim to be a Christian and you accused that pastor. You accused an elder Christian brother of looking at porn while he's trying to proclaim the gospel to people who hate Jesus. Nothing from me, but if you go on willfully sinning after receiving the knowledge of the truth, the Word of God says for you there no longer remains a sacrifice for sins.
I don't sin. I'm only sinning.
You just did. And by holding on.
So you, as a human being, like I'm a human being, you're not God, saying that I won't be able to go to heaven.
No, I didn't. No. Now you're twisting my words, Stephen. I never said that. You never even heard the word heaven come out. No, Stephen, you're wrong.
I'm not wrong.
You are wrong, Stephen. You're wrong. I never said you're not going to heaven. I said that the heart that is unrepentant for sins it commits should not believe that it is a heart right with God. I'm not reading your mind. I'm not judging you.
I didn't know that guy was a pastor.
Well, you know. But Stephen, it doesn't matter.
I'm in the library now. It's 12:55.
I'll meet you in the library. I'm gonna get some food and bring it in there, probably.
You can't bring in food to the. Yeah, we can eat food, whatever.
Huh?
Yeah, we can eat here and then head over.
All right, cool, man. Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna just apologize to this guy right now.
Thank you, Stephen.
I really don't.
Well, are you a Christian?
Not really.
Okay, then you shouldn't be telling him to sin.
Yeah, but that's my fault.
I told him.
Right, you shouldn't be telling him to sin, though.
I told him to be respectful. But I don't,
He wasn't respectful.
I know.
He was disrespectful. He claims to be a Christian, and he has a standard, and he has he's trying you to chase after Satan. This your friend is telling you that ignore the Christian who is giving you biblical counsel and believe him.
That's fantastic.
Believe him.
He's not telling me to ignore the Christian.
He said you don't have to apologize to that guy. That's what. Yes, he does. According to God, he does. You're not his authority. God is his authority. Yes, according to God, you have.
How do you know a guy? You called him up?
Do you not read it? Do you not believe the Bible, Stephen?
Did he talk to
See
you
what you're
last
doing,
night?
Stephen?
What am I doing?
You need to examine yourself and test yourself to see if you're really in the
The guy just
faith.
ring you up and just said, "Hey, tell Stephen."
You have
to
the
say
Word
sorry.
of God, Stephen. You do not believe the Word of God, Stephen?
Yeah, I believe in
You
the
don't believe in the Word of God? Then you're not a Christian, Stephen.
I am a
You're
Christian.
not a
I believe in your
Christian.
God.
Stephen, you're not a Christian.
Hey, bud, you want to go
Stephen,
get
you're
something
not
to
a
eat?
Christian. Yeah, I know you're starving. Go run along with your fellow sinful friend here. You're a hypocrite, Stephen. You're a hypocrite, Stephen. You're a hypocrite, Stephen.